Hello y'all, welcome. My name is Lauren and today I'm going to be going through my June and July Traveler's Notebook. So exciting. It always feels really great when you finish an insert, even though Traveler's inserts don't really have that many pages compared to other notebooks. It still feels real satisfying, and honestly I think that's why the format works so well for me. So first things first, I do hand make all of these, which super unnecessary. I don't know if I would recommend it, but I do have a little tutorial on how I did that. And this one in particular has a French paper cover, MD grid, Tomoe River Sanzin. Actually, yeah, this is Yamamoto Celeste and Tomoe River Sanzin. So 3 different paper types I was testing out in this one insert just to see how they all worked together. Honestly, I like them all except, surprise, surprise, the MD grid. Just wasn't great with watercolor. Not like MD grid is advertised as being great for watercolor, but I feel like even in Midori's bound, like grid notebooks, that paper in there was a lot better than this loose leaf MD grid paper pad that I got. And yeah, and then let's see what number insert this is. This is the 16th insert that I've made. Wow, hooray, please clap for me. But yeah, it's been a lot, and I did just start making them just because I go through them so quickly, so it just felt like more economical to make my own, and just take a lot of time instead of spending like the same amount of money just having them pre-made. Plus I get to do these fun colors, and I have like a whole rainbow going on for the year, so that's been really satisfying. Actually, you know what, I'll grab them real quick. Hooray! This is the whole year so far. So yeah, they just look really fun together. And yeah, that's all of the notebooks that I custom make. Okay. And I also have a full setup video too on like what my system is for Traveler's Notebook. I've already moved on to August and September in my next insert, so this one is just out alone by itself, but yeah. And from the people that I can remember on the front, this lovely Pride sticker is by Ryan Makes, so cute, love it. This one is by Death P Sun. This was like a sticker sheet from the washi station, super fun. Then this was, I'm not sure about, this was another sticker sheet, but I think it was by like one of the big Japanese brands. And then this one, so cute, I think this was an MT washi tape. But yeah. If you have specific questions about any of stuff on the cover, let me know, but that's what I can remember. And then getting into the cover page, these are stamps. I think both of these are by Hours Studio, and this is what I normally do for the cover page, just the date and my name. And I do fill this out at the end for some reason. Yeah, just because, actually, honestly, I don't really remember to stamp this page all the time, so I just do that at the end when I'm done with it. And plus, if it turns out not great, I don't have to worry about it for 2 months. And then next up we have a swatch page. I also do this in pretty much all of my inserts. The fountain pen inks I start the insert with, not always, I don't really go back and update this, which is, I don't know, I probably should. There's no reason not to. And these are Sailor Shikiori brush markers. Then we have some watercolors and then some other little markers and pencils and things. And then for this one, I also did these mini monthly stamps. Theoretically, I was gonna like check off each day, but I didn't really do that, so not sure if I'm gonna do that again, but it is like a nice reference to see, I don't know, just like the date and stuff, and see like what days I've missed or what days I need to go back and look at, if like, you know, the 15th was a Tuesday, stuff like that. So that's been, it is nice, but I also have like a million other things that could tell me that information, and I don't really need it to be in this journal. And then I'm super happy with this page. I thought it came out really cute. This washi tape is from the Washi Station. I'm not sure of the artist's name, but I'll put it up on the screen. And then I made this Pride sticker sheet. It's a free downloadable. You can get it for free at any time. I'll also link that down below. But yeah, I was really stoked with how it turned out. I do feel like my printer was a little funky with the reds, but I think it was okay. Whoops, a text popped up and I got real distracted. But anyway, let's get back to it. Okay, and then yeah, these 2 days wasn't feeling super inspired. Just drew a banana, that's it. Put the little sticker there, good to go. I think this was a really fun color study. Sometimes when you look at stuff that you see every day, but you don't really like look at every day, you miss like a lot of nuances and detail. So like, you know, obviously I know what a banana looks like, but I think taking the time to do this color study was actually a lot more fun than I had anticipated. And it filled up 2 pages, even better. This was a really fun day. Sent out some mail, got the Goodnight Moon stamps. Those are super cute. Went to the library, just like an errand day. But yeah, that was really fun. And got my US Seca order came in. I got this, my favorite part was this actually, the stamp. I think it's by, I forget, Neon Green? No. Anyway, I won't speculate wildly, but this little ghosty stamp is so cute. I'll put the name up on the screen, but it's been my like new favorite stamp. It's adorable. And yeah, I did layer all of these in here, tuck them back in. So cozy, perfect. So yeah, so just using some of the ephemera from the package. Their like cherry blossom stickers were super cute. I used to like hoard these and hold on to them, and then, you know, I was thinking like, for what reason? Like I should just use them to make a spread. Yeah, so that's been a lot of fun. And got some dinner with my husband, that was great. I think this was like a tag I left on something that I realized, and yeah, just used it as this like little peekaboo moment. Ordered the Kakamori glass dip nib. Saw a cardinal, fun classic day. Squish that washi tape back down. But yeah, super fun day. And then we also moved, so packing was a pain. Every time I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be real organized and I'm gonna pack like perfectly. And every time it just gets to the point where you're like, wow, do I even need anything? Maybe I should throw away all of my stuff. But it's like nice looking back at this, you know, and I'm fully done with packing. Not entirely done with unpacking, which is a little bit stressful, but at least this point, at least it's better than it was on this day. And then the next day, my husband was like, you know, had a very stressful time moving and all that, and we were just done. He was like, let's just take a bike ride and like relax for a little bit. And that was really awesome. It was just so needed. And sometimes when you're like in the moment and you want to just like get stuff done, it's hard to just take a break, but this was really perfect. It was like a really beautiful afternoon. Got some happy mail from my friend Jazz. She is Cozy Travelers on YouTube, and I think also Instagram, but I'll link her down below for sure. She sent me so many goodies. It was amazing. Way too generous, so thank you again, Jazz. And she actually designed this stamp. Look at how cute that is. My God, amazing. And she gave me samples of Aunt Cher and Aunt Tiger from Lennon Toolbar, and they're both really fun to play with. And then I think my glass nib came in. Hooray! The Kakamori shipping is like crazy fast. So that was really cool. And then I did like a little YouTube video comparison of all the dip nibs that I have, so that was a lot of fun. Really cool to compare them, and I do use them all, which is kind of crazy. You think like the more I get, the more like one is a clear winner, but nope, I still use them all. This was a fun, currently inked spread, inspired by Ella Nim's ink play. I love the way that she does her currently inks, so much fun. And I did the wrong ink for my currently inked, which was really funny, a little bit devastating at the time. Actually, I used the wrong ink twice. I used the wrong ink here. So this is Zabun, but it should have been Puddle. And then this one is this like dark blue, really dark blue is Payne's Gray, or is Meteorite. But I was just supposed to use Smoky Black. So it's a little bit of a mess of a spread, but I think it turned out really cool, which is honestly more important. And then did like a little tea tag, my God. Did a little tea tag up here, and then wrote a quote from In Other Lands, which is what the book I was reading at the time. My all-time favorite book. Definitely read it. It's perfect in every way. And then I was really delighted by this no smoking sign. I don't know, it just really tickled me. The no puffin. I looked it up online. I believe it first originated in like the Alaska Forest Service or the Alaska like National Park Service up there. I couldn't really find any more information about the designer, but yeah, really fun. I think it's been ripped off a ton of times by now. This is the first time I saw it, and yeah, I was really stoked. And then finished this honey. Of course, had to take the sticker off. I love the colors, the red and the yellow. Always a nice classic combo. And then I went to Home Depot and picked up some paint samples for a project that we were doing. Very exciting. I did pick these up just to put them in my notebook, but hey, the paint companies don't care. You could just go for it, which is something I didn't know. You know, a couple of years ago, I think I always felt very, like, not awkward, but very like, oh no, I'm not gonna use these. Should I take them? this time I actually was using paint, and I did take more than I needed, and that's okay. I really like this spread. It's kind of like a classic spread for me, I would say. It's like an outfit of the day, what I was wearing, what I was doing, and like other little like snippets. We had an extreme heat warning, which was a little odd, not gonna lie. That was a very sweaty time, but we survived. Then my book club started a new book, The Art Thief. This book wasn't really for me, but that's okay. I still enjoyed reading it, I guess, but yeah, it was just kind of a sad story. I won't give it away because in the book I gasped when I got to a certain part, but yeah, it's not a book I'll be revisiting, but I still had, you know, enough. I feel like I had a lot to talk about, which is the whole point of a book club, so that was really good. And yeah, oh yeah, and then this is a Tuesday Basson dress that I was wearing. So this is Tuesday Basson's design. This like little flower head character that's on the dress that I just redrew. And they just relaunched with some really cute, awesome new designs. So yay, Tuesday Basson, really cool. I am not really a fan of the spread, I would say. Yeah, I don't really like either of these pages, but there's plenty of other pages in this insert that I do like, so it kind of all evens out. And anyway, I feel like my goal is always to like about half of the pages in an insert, which could either be really depressing or, you know, I don't know, gives you like some encouragement. For me, it gives me some encouragement, like even if I just like half of the pages, at least there's a whole other half of pages that I do like. So anyway, yeah, not really a fan of these. I think I'll link them down below, but I think Itchy Day on Instagram was doing this fun like dot challenge. And yeah, I wanted to try that. Everyone else's looked way cooler than mine. I don't like how this came out. I don't like anything about it, and yeah, I don't know. This drawing, I guess, is fine, but I think just because I don't like the dots so much, I feel like this whole spread is just a wash for me. And then we're back to a page that I like. Look at that. Again, like a classic page for me. Outfit of the day, some stuff that I ate, some stuff that I did. Yeah, I just really enjoy this page. This little, this little dog. One of our neighbors has this little guy, and he's so funny. He has like the funniest little bark, and he always looks, man, if they let him off his leash, I feel like he could wreck me, which is what you want in a tiny dog, am I right? So very cute. And I also love the way that I used Blooming Pink fountain pen ink in this one. I think it turned out really nicely. I had a lot of fun experimenting with it as like a highlight color, but also as like a drawing color, and then, you know, as a text color. I think this one in particular, like, it's kind of hard to switch between inks in one drawing, but every time I do it, I'm always really pleased with the result. So yeah, love everything about this page. And then K-pop Demon Hunters, yes! Like everyone in the world, I watched this film. It was awesome, so much fun. I've been listening to the soundtrack on repeat. Definitely check it out if you haven't already, or even if you have, you know, keep running it. It's perfect. Love this little derpy guy. I think the bird's actually my favorite. I think just his design is so cool. Yeah, and then Zoe's actually is my favorite Huntrix girl. Super fun film. And then my first visit to Peaks Island. Spoiler alert, there's actually a second visit in the same insert. Yeah, so this was a super fun day. It was amazing. I just drew some highlights of the day. My husband and I went to a presentation hosted by the Illustration Institute. It was Rebecca Green. She was talking about her process. Amazing. I think she was working on a new book that's coming out in the fall of 2026, maybe. But anyway, super talented illustrator. It was really cool to hear about her journey and her process. So that was awesome. And then yeah, just drew some like a little map and some highlights of the day. And theoretically this was going to be a pocket like for this like little cruise schedule. But as it happens, this is actually the middle of the insert, so I can just tuck this guy in the middle, and it's kind of like an extra little tip-in page, because the pocket's not great, guys. I tried, not my best, I don't think, but I did something, and yeah, it's, I don't know, it didn't turn out the way that I wanted, but I think it looks cool just as like a junk journal, like a scrapbook element, so I'm not too mad at it, but also I wouldn't do it again. And took a nice walk. We saw a blue jay. Found out it was actually the first blue jay my husband had ever seen, which was really cool. There was also a cat that the blue jay was very upset at. And then I got a bunch of stuff from High Tide. So much fun. Again, did like a little spread with all of their goodies. That was really satisfying. I got washi tape, I got a cutting board, and something else maybe? Oh, well actually I got the wrong size cutting board, so as soon as this order came, I placed another order, don't worry. I think it's like literally the next page. Love all of this washi tape. It's been really great to play with and mess around with. I think, honestly, I was most excited about the coffee one, but I think I haven't actually used the coffee one yet, which is a little funny. But the swan one, I love that shape. It was so cool. So it's been really fun messing around with those. And then this one was super satisfying to do, but I feel like it doesn't look cool on camera, but in person, I don't know, I really like it. If you can see, it's like this dragonfly's little wings. I did have a nice motion element to them. So I've done this a couple times before where it's like, you know, it feels like something with wings is like in the middle, like flying. I think it's really satisfying. Yeah, I don't know if this one's satisfying, but I'm glad that I went for it. It was fun. And it just, you know, reminds me of the day. That's the first time I saw a dragonfly like this. Google said it was a widow skimmer dragonfly. Super cool looking. And then it was the 4th of July, so we got to see some fireworks. Just a really, really fun day. And then the second Penco order came in that I talked about. I also got a couple of other things in that order that I didn't really need because I was so annoyed at myself, not at Penco. They were super nice. I even emailed them and was like, hey, is there any way I could switch out this cutting board? And they were like, no, we already processed it. And it was really fast. It was like a couple of hours. So honestly, kudos to them because they get stuff out really, really fast. And then I did buy these strawberries at the grocery store just because of how cool they looked. The colors, like the red of the strawberries in this blue carton. I did pay $10 for this iced coffee. And it was real bad, I'm not gonna lie. But at least I had something to draw in my book. So yeah. And then I also got back into using the, actually let me grab it. The Koh-i-Noor like multicolored pencil. Ta-da, here it is. It's really, really cool. It's like one of those rainbow pencils. I feel like we've all had one as like a kid. And yeah, you could still buy like the chunky pencil version, but I don't know, something about like the lead holder is just really, really nice. Feels more adult, I guess, but also who cares, you know? Kids can use anything at any time. But yeah, really love this. And then the paint swatches came back, so hooray! My husband painted the entire office, including like this accent wall and everything, so that was really amazing. And then unfortunately, I accidentally gave him some weird acne from the pink on the other page. I just closed it too soon, and now, yeah, it's there forever. But yeah, he painted the office, and then we put up some shelves from my IKEA. Really satisfying. Then I got this, the Instagram ads, man, they get me. I totally got an Instagram ad for this lamp, but I do really love it. In my heart, I'm someone who like thrifts and finds things, but in reality, I'm just someone who online shops. I know, terrible, but it's a great lamp. What can I say? And then I got a cute things from Japan order. Ah, look at this ink on this note. Incredible. I did get more washi tape. I'll never stop. I can't stop. And then this cat stamp was really awesome. Amazing. And I think I got a couple of other things as well. But yeah, awesome order. I love ordering from them. Always really fast. And yeah, they have so much cute stuff. Super fun date night. I love drawing this spread. We had an amazing time. Best sushi I've ever eaten. If we could go there every day, we would. But it was amazing. Yeah, I had a lot of fun drawing. And I also like this like cheers thing that we did kind of unintentionally. But yeah, I think that's like a really fun like photo moment. Yes, I'm pleased with how that turned out. And then I sent out some mail, very exciting. And with these baby wild animal stamps, I immediately got obsessed with them. I also even bought the bookmark of the series because it's so cute. Look at it. Ah, obsessed. So yeah, these are by Tracy Walker, and the designs are incredible. Absolutely amazing. Super talented illustrator. And then, of course, I went to the post office to mail the letters. I'm really pleased with how this lettering turned out. I think it's a lot of fun. And then, yeah, super fun little spread. I did mess up my arm back there, but don't worry about that. I also messed up my head and put like a sticky note over it to fix it. But yeah, you know what? We got there in the end, to the post office and to a place where I like the spread. So there you go. I still have not looked up what these flowers are called, but they're blooming everywhere and they look really, really cool. So this was like a study that I tried to be like nice and loose with, using the Neocolor Carandache, terrible pronunciation, but using those big guys, and that was a lot of fun, just trying to show like some depth with these. I don't really know if I like how it turned out, but I did have a good time drawing it, which, you know, sometimes is just as important. Then we went to IKEA. I just pasted in the page. So yes, if you notice, I did order shelves from IKEA because we live kind of far from an IKEA, and then you know what, there were some things that we still needed, and we were like, let's just go because we can do it. So that was a journey, but hey, it was a lot of fun. Super fun beach day, new beach book, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. This was such a good read, 5 stars for me, no question, amazing, highly recommend that one. I think it just came out, but actually my library had it. They actually had a signed copy, so shout out to libraries. And then I actually got this pen the same day we went to IKEA, but I just like refilled it, or filled it for the first time on this day, so this is where the new pen day spread is. And I got this really cool ink from Dominant Industry. Ooh. I think it's my second Pearl ink from them, but I really enjoy it. It's in the Kaveco. It's still going strong. It's been, I guess not like a month yet, but it's been a couple of weeks. Let me grab it. Ta-da! Yeah. So this was super fun, DIY sports. You like make yourself, you use like their machines, and it's really satisfying to like push it down and stuff. So it's a really, really cool experience. I'm really glad we went. And yeah, had a lot of fun. Refilled some more pens this day, super cute. And then also our basil. My mom got me and my husband this basil plant, and it's been really popping off outside, just thriving. So been really fun to draw. And again, I wanted to do like this chunky style with this one, which is outside of the norm for me. I think I get way too literal and trying to capture like perfect detail really fast. So I feel really happy with this. I think it has like just the right amount of information. Then I also did this outline thing. I know, very outside the norm for me, but it's like one of my favorite spreads. So yay for experimentation. Sometimes it's not terrible. And some more of that lovely ink. So satisfying to use. And then the second time on Peaks Island for another art class, also hosted by the Illustration Institute. Went to a workshop by Claire Loon Baldwin. She was really amazing. I had so much fun. And then I did this like we did these thumbnails, and the way that she taught us how to do these just like really clicked for me. I felt like I finally understood how to draw thumbnails like for the first time ever, which was amazing and really exciting. And then I did this like little accordion thing, and yeah, very outside the norm for me, but I didn't want to like paste them down and cover my drawing. So yeah, I've been on RedNote for a little bit, and they do like crazy paper crafts, like things open and pull out and pop up. I haven't really seen that anywhere else except on RedNote. So shout out to the RedNote journalers, really creative and inspiring. And then that's it. That's the whole insert. Hooray! Should we get all the other inserts this year together and do like a little outro? Maybe. Ta-da! I feel like it looks really satisfying. Hooray! So thanks so much for watching my flip through of June and July. And all of my other inserts are propping this guy up. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got inspired. Let me know how many inserts you are on for this year. Even if it's just one, or even if it's like a half of one, that's still awesome. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye!